Most people think the internet is a straight line. It's not. When you send a request, it hits your router, jumps to your ISP, bounces through several data centers, and finally reaches the target server. Here's the problem. At every single one of those hops, your metadata is leaking. Your ISP knows exactly where you're going, and the server knows exactly who you are via your IP and your hardware's MAC address. Today, we break that chain. This is the Paranoid Edition. We are writing a Python automation tool that will, first, randomize our hardware identity. That means we will change our MAC address every time I start this program. Second, trigger a Tor instance using bridges, because in some places even using Tor is a red flag. Bridges make Tor traffic look like regular HTTPS. Third, create a simple kill switch that checks if Tor stopped working. If Tor did stop working, we are turning off everything. We'll start at the lowest layer of the stack, the hardware. Every network interface card you own has a unique hard-coded serial number known as a MAC address. Think of it as your computer's permanent fingerprint. While your IP address changes depending on which coffee shop you're in, your MAC address stays the same, shouting your machine's true identity to every router and access point you connect to. In a Paranoid Edition setup, leaving this address untouched is a critical failure. If an adversary or an ISP wants to link your activities across different sessions, they don't look at your IP, they look at your MAC. Using Python's OS and random libraries, we're going to perform a surgical strike on this identifier. We'll write a function that talks directly to the OS kernel to force the network interface down, effectively cutting the physical cord for a split second. During that blackout, we'll inject a completely randomized hexadecimal string, a new fake identity, and then bring the interface back up. Now we move to the core of our operation. Most people think that just using Tor is enough. But here's the paranoid reality. The list of standard Tor entry nodes is public. If you simply hit Connect, your ISP knows instantly that you are using the Tor network. You might be anonymous to the website you're visiting, but to the provider of your wires, you've just flagged yourself as someone with something to hide. In certain jurisdictions, that alone is enough to put you on a permanent watch list. To vanish completely, we're implementing OBFs4 bridges. Standard Tor traffic has a specific digital signature that's easy to fingerprint. OBFs4, or the obfuscator, changes that signature into a layer of innocent-looking, high-entropy noise. It effectively wraps your packets so that to an outside observer, your connection doesn't look like Tor. It looks like a random, encrypted stream of data, almost indistinguishable from a regular VoIP call or a generic HTTPS session. Our Python script automates this entire stealth protocol. It doesn't just start the service, it dynamically injects these bridge lines directly into the Torrc configuration file. It bypasses the need for manual setup and handles the handshake with the bridge authority. By the time our Python-driven daemon is live, we aren't just encrypted, we are invisible. We've turned our suspicious activity into background noise, blending into the billions of packets moving across the global web every second. Final step, the kill switch. If the Tor circuit drops, the Python script instantly nukes the virtual NIC. No leaks, no oops moments. Let's test it. What is my visible IP? A random bridge in Sweden. My MAC address? Non-existent. We are officially a ghost. This is how you reclaim the wires. Total isolation, total automation. Stay paranoid. Stay safe. I'm out.